Hey guys, Noble Struggle here with It's Lucas, bringing you more table talk. On this week's segment, we're going to go over 3D printing, the ins, the outs, what's good to print, what's a bad model, what is a good slicer, and we're going to get into the finicky parts of what makes 3D printing and what you need to know before you get into it. So there's two places. If you have a lot of money, there's one place to start off, Prusa. I currently have a Prusa, and I also have an XYZ printer. Both of these are very good, but I'm going to explain to you what makes the better one versus the non. So, Prusa, right? You see it. It's 750 bucks flat before tax. That's a lot to put into something that you also have to uh, create yourself. You actually have to build it. So, it'll come in this pack here. My dad put his together because he gave his to me after he was done with it. He put his together. It took him about a day or two. Not full days, but like after he came home from work and worked on it. It's a great printer. It's very customizable. And the thing is, if any part goes bad, you can 3D print your parts ahead of time, and so that way you always have spares, so you don't have to pay for more parts later on. It's pretty convenient in that way, and you can change out a lot of the nozzles and everything else without having to be limited due to the brand or the manufacturer. So that's extremely good. My main issue, my main issue with Prusa is the price. The quality is awesome. The print quality is amazing. The availability of what all you can print from a Prusa 3D printer is also awesome. So, and they keep on coming up with more too. So this is the i3S, that's a 3S. I think I have the i2 personally, but but yeah. So I'm going to be putting the links in below. This one and XYZ in first. So some of the expansions you can get with the Prusa is Forbes, the 3D printer. Instead of you have a top part that can feed in multiple different lines to print off in a multicolored feature, which is actually pretty darn cool. So what this is it feeds multiple different lines through, and it prints off those what advertisement? No, 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 out of here, get out of here. No, I will not accept your cookies. How do I close you? Oh, that's annoying. Get, get. Alright, I am back now, guys. Sorry about that. The advertisements took over my whole freaking thing. Get, get out of here. Stop showing me Google ads. Anyway, um, so that's a cool modular part to add onto it. Um, it costs about another 200 bucks though to put onto it. Um, let's see, what is the other part to this? Like some other add-ons. Mainly it's like system upgrades and everything else. Now the cool part is both the XYZ printer and the Prusa 3D printer come with their own slicer that you can download and it's free software. So that's actually really cool. Um, and very useful. Here in a moment we'll actually be popping up the slicers and show you guys what they look like. But let's go to the XYZ to see what they have to offer. So XYZ I'm a little bit more familiar with because this is the one I personally purchased. Um, I got the Junior series. I got this guy here. 1.0. I literally got this guy right here. I gave him away though for free because a family member wanted to use him. So I got this one originally to start with. It comes with a decent bed size, a 6 by 6 by 6. It does PLA and PETG. Um, it does 1.0, well, 1 to 4. Um, Now, the only bad part is their marketing scheme on this, their filament. They put an RFID tag into it so it tracks how far you've gone on your filament. But the issue is you can't run it unless you have a RFID tag inside your filament. So you have to buy their brand, and their brand's usually like a third of the price higher than normal brand. So XYZ is good to start with. There's no assembly required. All the tutorial videos pop up for you. It'll let you know when it needs maintenance because you hook it right up to your computer. Um, and it's very user friendly in that sense. So if you're very technology inept and you're not sure how to use it too much, I would go with the XYZ. If you're familiar with technology, you have a grasp of it, you know how to put things together, you understand kind of the ins and outs of how normal maintenance on a generic 3D printer would be, I'd go with the Pruzla. Now we're looking at, sorry, let me put this back to default. We're looking at 750 versus what? What are we looking at? Should be 250. Ooh, they bumped it up. So 300. Um, and very easy to take off and release it. It's so user friendly. It's awesome. It was actually a really great starting computer. I printed off so many things with it actually, and it turned out pretty cool. I might put in some of the things I printed off in the photos coming up here now. So the Pruzla, it has a bigger base. It has a bigger base by like 2 inches, um, 2 inches for the length and width, but almost 3 inches for the height, and that does matter. So the base, the printing area, that's actually really good. Um, Both of these, the way you transfer the files to there is usually by USB. So USB or a well, you transfer them via USB or by a SIM card. The SIM card either way comes with the printer because that's the actual like hard drive of the printer technically. Um, so these are the features of Pruzler itself. I'm trying to find anything that's really standing out. Oh, a major part here. Um, PLA, ABS, PET, HIPS, Flexible PT, NinjaFlex, Laywood, Laybrick, Nylon, blah 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 blah. Polycarbonates. It prints all this by default. XYZ printer, DaVinci, it only prints off to you. It only prints off PLA. So when I say you want to do basic, you're doing basic. But if you feel like you're really going to get into this and you're really going to be long term, I go with the Pruzla. Because with the Pruzla price, you can basically get two DaVincis. But it's tricky, you know? It's really tricky. So if you know you're going to be board gaming long term, like you're already dedicated into board gaming, I would get the Pruzla. If you're kind of like once in a while, you'll do it, not really. I don't know. I'm even a once in a while guy, but I've been doing it for so many years that it just helps having the perusal around. Because whenever they come up with an update or some software feature, they'll give you that for free. They'll either send you the new software to update it to, or they'll send you the new um, updated slicers. Both slicers are pretty user friendly. Um, I don't think actually we'll get into the slicers too much. They're easily to download. So to wrap up in summary, Pruzla is your best bet long term, but assembly is going to be required. I don't think they make one that's not. You know what? You know what? Let's look at this real quick. Pretty sure this is the one we got. Ah, So you know the difference between this one and this one? If you know you can go ahead and print off, if you know you can go ahead and create your own printer that you feel like you can truly build it and you don't need the expertise, get the 750. The difference between the 750 and this one here, this one you build, this one's already pre-built and comes to you. But I don't feel like paying someone 250 bucks to put something together that I feel like I can put together. But if you don't feel like you can, but you want to get a Prusa i3, but you want to get all the makes, models, and all the fancy gizmos with it, that's your options. $250 more to get it. If not, the assembly kit. And if you really, really are fine with some low poly kind of printable things like this guy here, then just go with the DaVinci. At least starting out. It's 300 bucks, but you also get like two spools of filament with that 300 bucks. You get a couple other things. So really, you're only paying 250, maybe 240 for that all that. And it's very user friendly. Very user friendly. Like I said before. Um, but Prusa, that's when you're really dedicated. You're wanting to make some awesome high quality end stuff with many different groups. That's later on. Personally, I got the XYZ Junior 1, I want to say 2017? I got it in 2017. My dad got the Prusa i3 in 2018. I only used this guy from 17, 18 to 19 actually. And then on 19, my dad gave me the Prusa i3 um, as a birthday present because he never used it. I was always the one that was 3D printing. So instead of anything, he just like, hey, you know what? Just take it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And I've been using it. You know, it's one of those things where it's a whole nother part. You find so many different cool things. Like, we'll go to Thingiverse real quick. We'll scroll down. First, Baby Yoda. Right, you just keep on scrolling, scrolling. Pencil marker for going there, that's pretty neat. A mini drill press, that's pretty neat. X-Wing part there. Custom bends, that's cool there. Gizmos for gears, that's cool there. A simple credit card holder, that's cool there. And these are all free, by the way. Each one of these things is for free. Um, and there's just tons and tons and tons of these 3D printable things that it's just so cool that so many people are um, posting things on Thingiverse, making it so much more opening to having all these creative products at home. Like, look at that, man. You could literally 3D print for cosplayers. Oh, don't get me started on doing 3D printing. Like, this dice tower, freaking cool. This tracker for 40K game, player, victory point. Oh, that's kind of cool. I downloading this file. I'm getting this file right freaking now. Actually, I'm gonna use that. You know what, guys? I think we're gonna do this as a full video. So, I found this right here. I think it's pretty darn cool. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put it into a slicer. We're gonna record that going into a slicer, and then we're gonna go ahead and print it off, and then I'll show you guys, and we'll call that the video. What do you guys say? Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe if you like our content and make our struggle a little bit less of a struggle. Appreciate you.